Welcome to the first episode of the WhiTeeee podcast, my podcast, and the name is not racist, but it's just my channel name. Welcome. In this episode, I'm going to be talking about my journey, about my life journey when it comes to career, when it comes to business, when it comes to the education, and a couple of things that I'm learning and I'm working on, as well as some problems and some problems that I've been working on and I've been struggling with, nevertheless. So right now I was actually listening to Alex Hormozi's audiobook pretty much for the entire night. It's right now about 7 a.m. I was actually programming or coding an application for my college thesis, my final year college thesis, as well as I was doing some work for my clients. So I was doing my job, working on my clients' projects as well, and listening to the podcast. And I realized, you hit these walls when you're making an application. It's not application, it's application for my college thesis. So I really want to watch some YouTube videos. I said, no. I won't do that. I'm gonna instead film a video, which is this podcast episode. And you're asking, why am I even mentioning such thing? It's pretty cold. God damn. Let me. All right. Turn on the heater. And actually, the reason why I even thought of this, as I don't usually think of that, I don't think of it in a way as instead of watching videos, I'm gonna make videos. I just make videos and I just watch videos, or I listen to podcasts and I make podcasts, etc. But today, I actually listened to a podcast by Elon Musk. I love his podcasts. He doesn't have a lot. He hasn't done one, I'm pretty sure, since Donald Trump's election. But nevertheless, I was actually listening to the podcast and he was talking about all of these. I actually recommended a few books. The Hitchhiker Guide to the Galaxy. I downloaded it on my Apple Books, and I'm gonna see. I might give it a read actually. But he said actually one thing that's important, which is he said you have to make your goal to create, or your outputs must be worth more than your inputs. So in a way that you have to create more than you consume, right? And I've heard it before. I've heard a lot about you have to create more than you consume. But when you hear it from Elon Musk, it's kind of interesting. And he didn't talk about content in any shape or form, but he was talking just in general as a value creator, as a value provider. He was talking about how you have to make a net positive to society or the world, and that's pretty much what matters. And I literally just wrote it on my whiteboard. I erased it. Yeah, it's erased now. But it's one of those things that makes me think. I'm like, the number one man in the planet who has almost $500 billion now, talking about value creation as almost as being the goal. And he asked him, this interviewer or podcaster or whatever, he asked him about all the solopreneurs and entrepreneurs that really are looking forward to actually listen and hear from him as to actually, give them advices when it comes to entrepreneurship, as he has done it multiple times. And he said, you have to focus on just providing products and services for the world. And he explained it as that is the way to get the financial representation of what you want. He said it's like, he said it's exactly like when people want happiness and you don't like, there is no direct way to actually get the happiness. You have to do things that get you the happiness, like going out with friends or do something you love. And I think it's such an interesting way, as if he thinks that when you help people, when you provide value, sort of the financial compensation comes with it. And it's such a beautiful way to think. Such a beautiful way. And that's why I was like, well, that's kind of interesting. I just woken up, I'm pretty sure. I have just woken up and I watched it. I'm pretty sure I have watched half of it before. Half of it yesterday, half of it today. I don't know, I don't remember. But nevertheless, I was like, that's kind of interesting, right? And he talks about a lot of things that I wouldn't say like they are of no use, but I don't get a lot of value from them, right? But nevertheless, he's kind of interesting. But anyway, with that idealization, I said I'm going to talk about my journey in life, in my career, in my business, and my work. So when it comes to my journey right now, so this is a calendar in here. It has 2 months at each page, and it has about 6 pages, so the entire year. And I've spent about the past 3 weeks to 1 month actually just working on like architecturing what I'm gonna do next, as if I was analyzing the past year. I was deciding what I'm gonna do this year, and it's just so fascinating how many options we have. It's insane how many options I've just had. As an example, for this channel, WhiTeeee Galaxy, I've had so many options that all are valid hypothetically. I'll give you an example, actually. Let's even talk about this and explain it. So I had a few options. So for this channel, it's been up for 2 years and 4 months now. So what does that make it? Like 26 months. Well, a bit more, 28 months. But nevertheless, and I have uploaded about 310 videos, 320 videos, and it was pretty much 2024, it was 100 videos. 2025, it was 100 videos. And in the last 3 months of the 2023, I don't know how many videos uploaded, maybe like 28 to 30 videos. So there is that. There's also videos in the late 2024 that I sort of speedrun making videos, which the reason why the net of all the videos is about 300 plus instead of 200 plus. And I was actually making the goals of this year, and I usually just make one goal, which is WhiTeeee Galaxy, how many videos I upload. And I said, well, the year before I've made 100 videos and I did accomplish that. The year after I've made 100 videos and I did accomplish that. But I've made a trick. The first year I had no conditions. The second year I had a condition, which every video must be at least 20 minutes. So I said like, okay, how can I actually produce videos this year? And I was looking at it, I was analyzing, I said, well, most of the videos from last year I've made in like 2 weeks because I like speedrunning and cramping schedules. I said, well, actually, if I want to go all in, I have to really go like big, wild goals. And I was like, it's 1,000, 1,500. I said, well, that's kind of crazy. Let's talk about that. Okay, let's see, is this doable? I was leveraging AI as my mentor and assistant. He said it's not a good idea. And I was thinking, when it comes to conditions, to make an hour-long videos each. So 1,000 videos, 1 hour long. And it took me a while. I was thinking and seeing if this works, and I was analyzing as if physically I can do it, because it needs such a logistics when it comes to storage. because I have an SD card that has 128. I have on my computer is about 254, but I usually have about 63, and I have about 200 or 190, 180 on my phone, gigabytes. So I was calculating, if I'm gonna do 1 hour long, how many 1 hour longs I can film before uploading, because when I upload my videos or podcasts, I can't upload them in my house. I have to go to a coffee shop. So I was like, well, if I do that, it means that I need to go to coffee shops way more often than ever before, maybe like weekly, which is gonna be more expensive than not. And I was looking and was playing scenarios in my head, and I actually decided to do the 1000, but not the 1 hour, because 1 hour it was insane. Then I played it out and I found myself paralyzed, like I haven't made any videos. I said, well, that's not good. First day, 2 days, and it's in my whiteboard. Usually when I put something on my whiteboard, I put a progress bar. Usually I work on it. I said, well, there is something wrong. It's too big of a goal. And I don't know, actually, even after I listened to Elon Musk's podcast, I wrote on the board, and it's still written, I remove friction. Which is like, I remove as much friction from each piece of content that I create, so it's easy for me to work. And I was like, that's kind of interesting. And I don't know if that what gave me the idea, but really the point is, I said, instead of doing that, I'm gonna do 365 videos, which was my plan. Last year, I said I'm gonna do 100. Next year, I'm gonna do 365. So that's the natural evolution. I said I'm gonna do 365. When it comes to the rules, it's fine. I can do 20 minutes. It's fine. It's all right. This is gonna be the same videos like last year, but it's gonna be 20 minutes. And if I do it in a month, like last year, I managed to make like 84 videos in 2 weeks. So if I can do 365 in a month, I'm gonna go for 1,000 a year. So, and that would be more reasonable than going from 100 to 1,000, which is 10x without any valid, actual real life proof that I can actually do it. Let alone the 1 hour, because I'd say 1 hour is not practical now. Maybe next year. Maybe next year, if I do this year 1 hour, I don't know. But, and this is what I came to the conclusion of. I go for 365. If I make 365 in one month, I go for 1,000 for a year, right? And which means like 4 months of work, or if I do it in like, let's say if I do it in 2 weeks, it means 6 weeks of work. If I do it in 4 weeks, it means, it depends on how much weeks it took me and how much time I've dedicated, etc. But the point I'm making is, to come to such a simple conclusion, it took me so long. And I've played so many scenarios, but I think our brain, or whatever world we live in, we tend to compare ourselves with the world a lot. And I've talked about this for years on this channel. It's insane. Like, I remember 2 years ago, I was talking about the same topic about, we tend to compare ourselves with other people. Like, oh, let's see this content creator, let's see this, let's see that. Now, the problem with that is that sometimes you're not at his level yet, right? And that is just fine. You're just not there. So you have to understand where you're at and work on where you're at. And just work on it, and that what helps you. Because if you're gonna compare yourself to someone else, it's just gonna paralyze you, and you're just gonna be spread too thin, right? And what made it even more complicated is because I have another channel, which is the Arabic channel. Well, it's not clear, but I have actually up there the play button. I'm gonna get it actually. Wait. So this is the YouTube. This is the YouTube play button right here. I still have it in its plastic bag. This is original from YouTube. I have the papers and all. But I have an Arabic channel as well. Now, I have an Arabic channel, and the Arabic channel is far bigger, has more audience than WhiTeeee Galaxy, right? And in such an interesting way, because I haven't uploaded long form videos there, like entertainment long form, in years, like 4 or 5 years. I was just uploading shorts on it, etc. And I was pretty active because I have Instagram, all these platforms. So my audience, haven't died. But lately I bought a new camera, new equipment, which allowed me to be able to produce those videos back. Because 5 years ago, as flashback context, the problem for me that I faced in the Arabic content, Moroccan content, was the inability to produce content sustainably. As I was producing content, I was spending money and I couldn't get back the money. As I had to pay photographers, people who film me, videographers, I was editing myself, I was paying people to show up in my videos, I was paying for gigs as there is a lot of segments that I was producing. So I was producing a bit of a high level and I was doing challenges. But the income that I was gaining was very low. And it was actually one of the reasons why I said I'm going to produce English content, as for hoping, as the idea is, if I produce good content, I get compensated, which can put me in the loop of actually being able to produce content without, losing money, actually gaining money and having a net positive profit. So anyway, 5 years forward, so that was 5 years back, I bought the Osmo Pocket 3. I'm filming with it actually. So before I had the Sony ZV-1, well, those are cameras, but anyway, the Osmo Pocket 3, it's just a brand new camera, and it has one feature that's insane. Well, it has a lot of features like stability, and it has a wide angle, like it's very good. It's small. It's very advanced that people really don't notice the camera, and it doesn't give you the fear like the big DSLRs. But the one feature is face tracking. I'm gonna actually show it. So right now, I just double tap and I can move, and it just tracks me and I do nothing. Right now there is nobody behind the camera. It's just me. And this actually is the biggest thing. It's actually the reason why I bought the camera in the first place, right? Was actually because of it. Now, I am able to film the entertainment videos again without needing to pay the videographers and the filmographers, etc. Which means I am able to produce those videos, which I have produced a couple or a few lately. Which also got me to thinking of what, of what are the contents that I really want to do in the future in the Arabic channel, which is a bit confusing. It's harder than what you think. It's not easy as it looks. So I was looking through all the challenges they can make and using ChatGPT to actually help me, brainstorm ideas. And I was just running through walls, and I've actually started even executing some videos that I later on realized it doesn't work, but it's normal operational side. Also today, I'm pretty sure it was today, right? Yeah, today, before I went to the gym, or after I came back from the gym, I was like, well, let me do some research, right? Or yesterday when I was working thumbnails, I don't know when, but it was like in the past 24 hours. I'm pretty sure it was today before I went to the gym or after. But nevertheless, I was doing some research yes, it was today after I came from the gym. I was looking at all the channels that I usually get inspired from to make the Arabic content, the entertainment challenges. So I went through them and I was like, okay, the videos I can't spend money because they don't have the budgets or the money to spend. It has to be some sort of endurance because that's what I usually do. I can't do videos like Mafia and all of those entertainment that requires people like guest the profession, whatever, because I don't have the people. And also I don't have the equipment to do like guess who, whatever, or like the odd one out, whatever style. So I end up with having survival videos, the penny series, and that's it. That's pretty much all. So it's like, oh, okay. And I understood the moment I saw, I was like, okay, I know what I have to do. This year in the Moroccan content, what I will do, or what I have to do, or what I can to do, or the only option I have is to make series instead of one video. So let me explain. Series are the only videos that I enjoy watching, and also I can do, and also I like doing. So I enjoy doing it, I enjoy filming it, and I enjoy doing it. And I know it's gonna get the results because I already did, I survived 24 hours on 1 dirham. I did it twice. I just did it like lately. Uploaded about 5 days ago. It's doing good. And so the next step will be, instead of 24 hours, I do 3 days, I do 7 days, or I do something like that. And the same thing goes for survival videos in the wilderness. I have to do 24 hours, 50 hours, 100 hours, etc. Or like a deserted island, maybe if I can get that in summer, right? Well, still ideations, but really like this year, all I have is I can produce longer videos or longer series. And the best thing about it is that people cannot copy series easily because it's harder. It just takes longer time. It takes more skills. Like you have to be really good at making YouTube videos and be skilled and actually have such an endurance and skills, real life skills to actually make it. And also you have to have good equipment. As an example, I need to buy storage. Like I need to buy SD cards or I don't know if I should buy like 1 or 2 128 gigabytes SD cards like the one I have, or I should buy maybe bigger ones like 256 gigabytes or something. But it's not for me now. I even don't have the money for it now. I still have to pay some debt. But nevertheless, it's like so interesting of an idea to think about that you're like, huh, it's such a simple answer. And it just took me too long. And it's part of my journey I am in that I was like, huh, for the past 1 month and a half, I took it all pretty much to analyze and decide and architect and look at the past and learn from the past and decide for the future. And today, I'm pretty much doing exactly what I was doing before. I still have to train and film videos, and like I was thinking, what if I just didn't go through all that process? Would I be just fine? Like probably. And it's just so interesting. But I definitely think engineering is worth it, nevertheless. As, yeah, I'm not gonna lie, lately it wasn't the best. But yeah, I just didn't have the ROI, honestly. But also, when I look back, like, I don't know. I'm gonna move on. I said some problems as well. I said I'm gonna talk about some problems that I'm working on. So, as you know me, I like to always like see, almost as if, see, you know, when Elon Musk's in today's podcast, he said you have to actually upgrade like your outputs. I always try to see or ask myself, what are all the possible ways for me to higher and upgrade my output in comparison to my input? And I haven't stated it in this wording. Obviously, it's the wording of Elon Musk. But I used to say the highest ROI. That was like when I was young. But so lately, I was going through these loopholes, right? And I consumed social media for a bit, for a few days or whatever, this and that. And it's such an interesting outcome that, like I go through, and I make sure that every day I at least do the task that I have to do. And obviously I have to I have to go do groceries and buy food and cook sometimes and whatever, blah, blah, blah. The normal errands, like I have to do those. I'm the one for that. So I'm not like the teenagers vibe, but it's more of an adult way to almost deal with stress and fear. And that is one of the things I've noticed. As today I've had a very hot shower, and I was thinking, I don't usually do these. I haven't done these in a very long while. I don't like even sitting in the shower a lot. But I was in the shower and I was like, I have fears, Lately, I have developed some fears. And I look at myself as brave. I'm a brave man. But I cannot, like looking harshly at myself as an overview, I have definitely developed some fears that I've been noticing lately. And I'm aside them actually. The first one, the fear of poverty. I'm really afraid of being poor, of poverty, and such an interesting idea or a fear to have, because it's almost destructive, right? You're like, oh, well, I can't, and it's so interesting. And man, I looked at myself today in the mirror and I went to the gym and I'm skinnier than in a while, like skinnier than I've ever been in a while. I'm not sure how much weight I've lost, but I was like, well, that's not healthy, right? And that is the fear of poverty. Such a strong fear. It's strong fear. It's harder to control than what I thought, if being honest. And this is me being like, I'm self-conscious. I know I have fear of poverty. And nevertheless, it creeps on me a lot. And it has manifestations in college. It has manifestation in my business and with my clients. Like I almost fear as if I won't work it out. I'm like, well, what the fuck is going on, right? And fear is not good. Fear is not good. But it's true, nevertheless. So I'm gonna wrap this up in here. The first episode of the WhiTeeee podcast with 4 E's. Obviously, WhiTeeee is not for being racist in any way, but it's the channel's name. So, yeah, I'll leave you here. Thank you.